Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Blue Devils will put total leather and we'll get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
The give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. A great catch and run for 6.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, get it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Duke's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And how about this matchup we'll see today between two tremendous tight ends, David?
I mean, two guys that are so fun to watch that really make defense hard. Like, how do you want to play this guy? We're going to see which defense can step up and try to stop these elite tight ends.
Yeah, it's not often that you say the tight end is the key to the offense's success. Both of these teams feel that way, though. So which of these two dudes can make the most plays today?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Baker. Going downfield for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. The Blue Devils have enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dell. Touchdown, Duke! What a grab and go for the score. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
He's going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Toppin. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll try it again. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force the tackle for a loss.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Toppin. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back has it. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Motion from the offense. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Clemson jumps to the line. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turn.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. To the air, it's Baker. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Quarterback checking the play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Tiger. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team has put everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, Let's send it back to our guys high above our drop.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be knocked down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximum.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Zings it complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on second down. It's a draw. Nice move to keep moving. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Finds a crease at the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on third down? Trying to surge it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And obviously that's a little bit demoralizing for the offense. Having the ball down there close to the goal line on third down, you'd love to be able to just trust your offensive line to get the push you need to score a touchdown, but you don't.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Lofts one high and deep. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Right back to him on the ground. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, any way against just about any opponent. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. This Clemson defense has been something across the entire game. Old school lockdown.
I mean, unbelievable. Shutting down everything you want to do. Shutting down the run. Shutting down the pass. This defense has been lights out. We've seen a lot of great defensive.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll try to do it himself. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
The Blue Devils get it past the sticks.
And simple play, simple gain. Get that 1st down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
He wants to throw. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Setting up the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Baker. Coming after him. On target to the left. At the 20, he's got space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack point.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Buying some time. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for... Take over. 23.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here tonight.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires one high and deep. He caught it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
This offense has a second down play. Wants to throw. It's Baker. He's going up top here late in the game. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them an absolute